talk about the Derek Chauvin trial. Um, oh, first though, happy 420. Today 420, which is National Stoners Day. Got myself a spliff and a beer to celebrate. So Derek Chauvin has been found guilty in all 3 charges in his murder of George Floyd, which is great. And I love the fact that the cops were speaking out against him. There's a possible precedent of the destruction of the blue wall of silence, which will allow more cops to speak out against all the bad cops. Not sure what sentence hasn't been told yet, so all I know is he's been charged and found guilty. Which I'm so happy about. This means it's likely that the chick in it's possible that the chick in the Dwight Wright murder will be charged as, found guilty as well, which she needs to be. That was another murder. It took so long for this for Derek Chauvin to get to be found guilty. It's been like 3 weeks. Plus, the entire time it took to actually get Chauvin charged. And in my opinion, the other cops that were there on the scene should be charged as well, as they helped Chauvin murder George Floyd by preventing anybody from being able to help. See, that's another problem. When cops are murdering people, civilians are too afraid to do anything, because they know if they attempt to stop a cop from murdering somebody, the cops will also murder them, and if not murder, they're going to be charged with obstruction of justice and various other things that's going to ruin their life. The problem is we live in a system where what we see as justice isn't true justice. It's power tripping bad people, criminals in my opinion. A lot of these cops commit crimes and get away with it, assaulting people, planting evidence. Some of them falsify reports. You got people that murder and rape and get away with it as cops. So, technically they are criminals. None of that is legal for cops to do. And these people are supposed to be considered our protectors. People who are breaking the law can't be the ones enforcing the law. It's no different than having a gang be the enforcers of law and order in your city. In which some of these cops are a part of the gang. I know in California there were some articles about cop gangs. I think maybe another state that I can't remember. So we need to, in my opinion, abolish the police. Use that money to improve the lives and communities of people affected by police brutality. And then reconstruct a police force that is there to stop violent crimes, like, technically they won't be able to stop. Can't stop something. That's a different subject. We need a reconstructed police force that isn't based upon racism to be there to help deal with violent crimes. if they can before they're committed, or investigate after and stop violent criminals, which is the main thing that cops should only be doing, is stopping violent crime. They shouldn't be there giving people tickets for a broken taillight or some other thing that doesn't truly involve a cop. I mean, if we do this, we can easily improve our society, because all that extra money that is given to these cops for nothing can be used to improve the lives of hundreds of thousands of people, which in turn will improve society in one facet or the other. I'm just happy that cops are, well, at least for the Chauvin family, that there's some kind of justice being shown, and to the nation, that at least a black person's life mattered in some way, enough to where a person who murdered him has gotten charged. There's been so many innocent people whose lives have been ruined over the course of the creation of the United States, ever since it was first colonized. And it's been nothing but injustice after injustice after injustice. I mean, there's been steps where some kind of justice has been shown towards black people and other POCs, but it's usually, most of the time, it's nothing major. And there's always various loopholes that people have created to get around it, or they use various code words to create laws that target black people, but at the surface seems like it's targeting everybody. And hopefully this will end. I mean, like with the drug war, people say, oh, everybody gets arrested for drugs. But if you look at the laws and stuff, black people are punished harsher for the same drug as white people use, and arrested more, even though white people and black people use drugs at the same rate. So why are black people arrested more? Because the system is more geared towards arresting black people and keeping them in jail, because the system sees black people as innate criminals. Why? Excuse me. Because the system, the racist people in power, have created various stereotypes to make it seem like black people are a certain way. Like with absentee fatherhood. The war on drugs was used to arrest a lot of black people, destroying families. A lot of black males are arrested, and that creates a lot of absentee fathers. Being lazy or late to work? Well, when a lot of black people are stopped and searched for no reason, well, the reason being black, or arrested for no reason, that creates a lot of problems in the workforce. Or when you're denied work because your name is too black, and being black, you're associated with being poor, and with poor people are associated with being having bad work ethic. So automatically those people are passed over because they're black. I mean, you just gotta look at it. The root of everything in the United States boils down to racism, and it's just something that's just undeniable now. There is no way to look at history and not see the racism that's there, and this accumulation of racism in the United States has brought us to the type of society we live in now, where black people are routinely oppressed by the cops because our system has been built upon oppressing black people. And this has been kind of a weird. I've been all over the place at the moment. That's what happens. I'm just happy that something's going on. Maybe this will also mean something for the Adam Toledo case, where the cop kills a 13-year-old kid. I mean, if you're that afraid of a 13-year-old kid, don't be a cop. I'm not even sure if I got on to another thing I was wanting to talk about with, kinda, the war on drugs. Being that it's, 420, even though cannabis is being legalized, there's still a lot of black people who were, unfairly and unjustly arrested for the use of cannabis, not being compensated or anything for having their life destroyed under the war on drugs, even though in their state cannabis is legalized. Yeah, they may have retroactively remove their charges or anything, but you can't get back that life of hardship where you were unable to get a job, or you spent a lot of time in prison or jail for a small amount of cannabis. In my opinion, the states legalizing need to prioritize black communities that were hit hardest by the war on drugs, allow them to be the first to create businesses, because at the moment it's mostly white people creating businesses, cannabis-based businesses, and making bank off of what black people were being arrested for and demonized for. Reefer madness is still in the ideas of some people's heads, and it's not fair that a group of people demonized for something is not able to make money off of the item being legalized, while the people who were doing the demonization gets to make billions of bucks. It's in my opinion still shows the racism inherent in the system, that a bunch of rich white people get to make a bunch of money off of what black people were being jailed for. It's time to let the black community rise up and generate wealth.